Hello folks, I'm Abfielder and welcome to the first episode in Abfielder's complete guide to Minecraft. The only assumption I am making is that you figured out how to install the Minecraft launcher, which is what we have on the screen. This series is going to take you from that launcher on the screen all the way up to advanced techniques like finding ancient debris. And what is ancient debris? As well as automatic farms and things like that. So make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to see the rest of this series. If there is anything that you need help with, put it in the comments below. You could also join my Discord. Link for that will be in the description below. And if you want a fun, free multiplayer experience to play on, I have my very own survival server. Details are in that aforementioned Discord. Right then, today's episode will focus on the Minecraft launcher, the main game menus, and how to start your very first world. So we have on the screen our launcher. Now let's talk about some things in this launcher. In the top left-hand corner here, you will see your username. My username is, well, Abfielder. On the left-hand side there, we have news, where we can see the latest Minecraft news. On the left, and the main focus for our tutorials is Minecraft Java Edition. Below that, we have Minecraft for Windows, also known as Minecraft Bedrock. Now, we are focusing on Java, but much of what we talk about applies to Bedrock, where we do something that's a little bit different in Bedrock Edition. If I know about it, I will point it out. Minecraft Dungeons is a completely different game and is going to be completely and utterly ignored for the purposes of this series. In the bottom left-hand corner of the launcher, we have some settings. Now, I believe this one is unticked by default. That's keep the launcher open while the games are running. I like to keep it open. We can see some settings on our accounts and we have an about screen as well. If we go back to Minecraft Java Edition, so we have play, installations, skins, patch notes, and that's about it actually. So installations, typically if you're installing the game for the first time, you will see one here. I've got lots. I've been playing Minecraft a long time. You will see the latest release. Now, up here, we probably have snapshots unticked. If there are new versions of the game coming out, which there most probably will be at some point, and you tick that, you can play the test versions. Also, and this will be a later topic, is modded Minecraft. And you can see I've got lots of those. If I untick that, it'll remove them all. And if I remove that, you'll see we have only the standard default releases. Like I say, you will probably see just one. And again, we'll go to this in a later episode, but we can create different installations as well. I'm just going to tick all those up, otherwise I'm going to get confused later. Skins, you're probably going to be playing with the default skin to begin with, but you can add lots of different skins here, and we'll cover that in a different episode as well. Patch notes, you're probably not going to be that interested in, but if there's a new version comes out, you can click on it here and see the latest information about that release. So if we go back to play then, as I said, you'll only have one release. So that installations tab we were looking at before, they will all appear here. Make sure you've got latest release set. Mine is 1.18.1. That is the latest Java release at the time of recording. And then all you need to do is hit that play button. Once you hit play, it will prepare and then finalize. Now, if it's the first time you click this, it will actually download that version as well. So it may take you a little bit longer. Once it's done, it will launch a brand new window. There we go, Minecraft 1.18.1. And in a moment, it'll take over the screen and we will see the Mojang logo. Once that's finished loading, we're going to see the main game screen. Okay, the menu. We've got single player, which is what we're going to focus on. We have multiplayer, we'll cover in a later episode. We have Minecraft Realms. I don't personally play on it, but it's a little bit like multiplayer, but we'll cover that in a later episode as well. If English isn't your language, that's your language button there. Apparently I can set Shakespearean English. I'm probably not going to set that. I'll just leave it on English US, and I'm going to click done. We have options, which is where you can mess with your music and sounds, your video settings, your language. Resource packs we'll talk about later in a different episode. We've also got our controls, things like keybinds and stuff like that. If you want to change those are in there. Once you're all done, just keep clicking on done. Back to the menu here. You can obviously quit the game, and here is accessibility settings as well. So today, as I said, the last thing we're going to focus on is creating a survival world. Now, when you click on single player, like I just did there, you'll get this screen. Now, yours, if it's your first time, is going to be blank. There'll be nothing here. Now, I've been playing Minecraft a long time, like I said, so there are a lot of things here. So this will be blank. You'll be able to create a new world at the bottom here. So click on Create New World. So here we go then, creating our very first world. We want to give the world a good name. Now, odds are you're going to create more than one world, so give it a descriptive name, something you're going to remember. And I'm going to call it Abs Tutorial 2022 World, so I know what it is. Okay, we've got some game modes in here. Now, this series is going to focus on Minecraft survival, but there are other game modes. Now, survival is essentially you'll get hungry, you've got to go and find resources in the world, and you can get killed and things like that. We have hardcore, which is a game mode I play sometimes. In hardcore, it's very similar to survival, except when you die, that's it. Your world is over. So you probably don't want to play that for your first ever game. Creative is if you're more interested in building structures and stuff, but you don't want to get killed. You can't die in this, and you've got access to every single resource to begin with. And then back to survival. Difficulty. Now, by default, it's set to normal. We have hard, peaceful, and easy. Easy, normal, and hard are broadly the same. It's just the mobs will do more damage in hard. There'll probably be, I think there's more of them. And differences to how much hunger damage you take as well. Peaceful, no mobs will attack you. I think you still get hunger though. I've never ever played on peaceful myself. Now, for the purposes of this series, I'm going to play in hard. Now, whenever you see stuff like automatic farms on YouTube and what have you, chances are the creator did them in hard because easy and normal changes the mechanics a little bit. So I recommend you play on hard. Minecraft is a little bit tricky at times, but it's not the most difficult game in the world. So unless you're a very young child or you're planning on starting a world for like your kid or whatever, I recommend you play on hard. If for a very young person, maybe you want to play on easy or normal. Otherwise, pick hard. Allowed cheats. So there are some commands you can do to give yourself stuff and to enchant stuff and what have you, and we'll go through that at a later date. Typically, you would leave this off. Now, I'm going to turn it on for this world, for this tutorial. And the reason for that is I'm going to want to use some commands to make recording my videos a little bit easier. For example, you have day and night in Minecraft. Sometimes I'll want to extend that, and that's useful for me. Data packs, well, you can add data packs which change the functionality of Minecraft. It's a more advanced topic, so we're not going to go into it here, but just keep a sort of note of that, and we'll come back to it at a later date. Game rules, we'll click on. We're not going to change everything because a lot of it's not going to make any sense, but if you want to change any game rules before you start your game, you can do so in here, and once you're done, you just click Done. Okay, lastly, and this again is a more advanced topic, is more world options. Now I'm going to click on it, and you can see there's some stuff here, but we're not going to change anything, okay? So generate, let's start here, sorry. Let's start for the seed for the world generator. Now, Minecraft Java has millions and millions of random seeds, basically an infinite number, basically. Every single time you start a brand new world, you will get different terrain, and that's done by the seed here. Now, if you want to start off on a completely random world, then you just click Done, leave it blank. That's fine. It'll just randomize the number. You'll get a completely random world. If you go on somewhere like Reddit or YouTube, and I have a seeds video, you can get good seeds from people off the internet. You can put the seed number in here or seed word and get that seed as well. Structures, there are some inbuilt structures or pre-built structures in the game. We're going to leave that on, but as you can see, villages, dungeons, strongholds, outposts, all kind of things, and we'll go into those in more depth in a later video. So we'll leave those on, otherwise that's going to cause us problems. We have different world types. Now, for this tutorial, we're going to leave them as default, but you also have super flat. Now, if I'm doing a testing world and I'm building a farm, I tend to use super flat. And sorry, if we just go back to super flat, you can customize it with some presets. For example, if I'm doing a farm, I choose something called redstone ready. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to cancel that as well. We have large biomes now. A Minecraft world is made up of different biomes. You have, for example, an ocean, or you have a forest, or you have a plains, which is like just fields and stuff. They are biomes. You can have a world here where those individual biomes are much larger than normal. We have amplified, and on 1.18, that is crazy. So this just amplifies the features of the terrain. So if you have mountains, for example, let's just say they're twice as mountainous as they would be as normal. As it tells you, you need a beefy computer for that. So first time world, you just want... Where's it gone? Default. There we go. There was one I missed there as well, which was single biome. So for example, you could have a world that's entirely ocean. So back to default. Click done. We've got everything we want in here. We've left everything default except for the difficulty and except for the cheats. And we're going to click create new world. And at this point, the world will load up to 100%. And I'll skip ahead at this point. Okay, we are at 100%. And you will spawn somewhere into a world and it will look something like this. You might be in an ocean, you might be in a desert. I'm in something called a dark oak forest. And yeah, from this point, you are in the game. That's the end of today's episode. So from how to go from the launcher to starting your very first world. Our next episode will be the game controls. We'll talk about the game screen. We'll talk about structures and mobs and things like that. So much to come in this series. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see the rest of this series. But anyway, folks, that's all I have time for today. I'm Abfielder. Goodbye.